Think of something that has taken you a very long time to learn, like for instance, learning to play the guitar. As time goes by, you begin feeling more comfortable and confident with this instrument because of all the practice and effort you've put into it. As time goes by, you begin doing it more constantly and it becomes a habit. Typically, we're harder on others than we are on ourselves when it comes to bad habits. It could be something as simple as biting your fingernails, procrastinating, or saying the same words over and over again. Everyone has at least one bad habit they cannot get rid of, or can they? Today, I will discuss why it is so difficult to get rid of a bad habit and the 4-step method that can help overcome this issue. First, I will begin by explaining the way habits form and why it is important. Then, I will go over the 4-step method in which you can learn to eliminate this bad habit. Habits are repeated behaviors in which you act upon subconsciously. Many times you have no idea what your habits are. A way to fix that is to pay attention to your surroundings and everybody who's around you. If it's something that you believe might make someone uncomfortable, chances are that is a bad habit. Bad habits are very difficult to get rid of because most of the time there's something you enjoy to do, something that makes you feel satisfied. But if you put effort into eliminating it, you will have positive results. Now that we have seen how habits are formed, we can now talk about the 4-step method that should be used to dispose of negative habits. There is a 4-step method that can help eliminate these habits. Step 1. Write down the bad habit you are trying to get rid of. Many begin by listing 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 bad habits. But this process will take time and a lot of effort to get rid of. So it is important to start with just one, and one that you would really like to get rid of. As mentioned earlier, many bad habits are done subconsciously. It is important to write it down because it lets you know and reminds you what you'd like to get rid of to better yourself as a person. Step 2. Learn to escape your triggers and think of ways you can avoid them. Take time to generate things that trigger you to do something. Biting your nails is a good example. Triggers that can cause this habit is perhaps being nervous, bored, lonely, etc. If you were to avoid these triggers, it'd be easier to avoid the habit. Step 3. Substitute this bad habit into a good habit. Again, if your habit consisted of biting your nails, you should substitute it with gum or maybe something you could chew on instead of your fingernails. Last but not least, step 4. Gather people close to you to help you get rid of this issue. Though it may not seem as important, I believe this step to be the most important. A support system not only lets you know people are there for you when you're struggling, but it also helps motivate you to get to where you want to go and get to completing your goals. Once you've completed the steps, you should have everything it takes to discard unhealthy habits. In all, we've learned to list what you'd like to eliminate, determine what triggers those unhealthy habits, substitute them with a more acceptable habit, and getting your close friends or family members to help you. We have examined how a habit forms, the process for getting rid of this bad habit, and the finished product. It may seem like a difficult task, and it is, but nothing will make you feel better than knowing you have gotten rid of something that would have developed into something you do for the rest of your life negatively.